Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys have been doing well. I know it's been a minute since I last made a video. I'm actually celebrating 3 months living in Thailand, so I'm pretty excited about that. And yeah, for those who did ask, I am okay. I know that the earthquake happens about a few weeks ago here in Thailand. It was around 7.7 rated, I believe. It was pretty intense. A lot of damage has happened. I'm actually not even at my own place right now. I'm at my friend's place. While my own place is actually being like recovered. There's a lot of cracks in my building and in my condo, so I'm so sad. But I actually have some really great news. I got approved with a DTV visa, and I wanted to actually talk to you guys about how I got approved for that visa. I want to break down what is a DTV or Destination Thailand visa, the requirements to get it, the different ways you can get it, and all that. And yeah, so let's get into it. All right, so firstly, let's get into what the DTV is. So the DTV, which stands for Destination Thailand Visa, also better known as the Digital Nomad Visa. So the thing about the Destination Thailand or Digital Nomad Visa here in Thailand is that it grants you 5 years in this country. And so you get like 280-day stays every year for the next 5 years. Visa is actually perfect for those who are digital nomads, obviously, or freelancers, people who are working for non-Thai employers. That is the caveat. That is the thing. You cannot work in Thailand for a Thai employer under the DTV visa. You would have to get an actual work permit from that company that you are working for here in Thailand. So, yeah. So it's a really cool workaround. And the requirements in order to get it, so you can get it different ways actually, but you don't have to work to actually qualify for the visa because the visa is also for those who are interested in Thai activities such as taking Thai cooking classes or doing Muay Thai out here. So for those who are into that, I applied outside of Thailand for it because you cannot be in Thailand. You have to apply to a Thai embassy in a different country. So for instance, for me, I applied at the Thai embassy in Hanoi, Vietnam. That's why I haven't gone actually. I spent like a week in Cambodia. That's where I initially was going to get the DTV, but I found that it was actually that the processing time in Vietnam would have been much faster. So, and the thing is, flying from Cambodia to Vietnam, very simple. I took like an hour flight, I believe, from I want to say it was Phnom Penh, to Ho Chi Minh or Saigon. I want to say that was like an hour flight or something like that. So yeah. Here are the general requirements for the DTV visa when you're applying. The required documents that I believe anywhere around the world when you're applying for the DTV for Thailand is about the same when it comes to this. Here are the general requirements, okay? You need to provide your passport. So just like a picture of like your passport, with the photo and everything like that. Just like how you would for like any other visa. You need to provide a photograph. Document indicating current location. I know some people are kind of confused about that because I've seen that. I've been asked about that. What does that mean? They want you to provide your accommodation that is for the country that you'll be applying from. So for instance, for me, um, they wanted me to provide proof of accommodation in Vietnam. I do not need to buy an apartment. I actually was in a hostel. I was in a hostel in Saigon or Ho Chi Minh, and so that's what I provided. They didn't really care about the duration of my stay there because I was hopping from like Saigon to Hanoi and Sapa and everything like that. But they just wanted to see that you are physically in Vietnam, and they also wanted financial evidence. So I think across the board, any embassy that you are applying from around the world for the DTV visa, they want you to demonstrate that you have 500,000 Thai baht. I understood that some people are kind of confused about that. They're like, oh, do they want you to have a Thai bank account to actually have Thai baht to show? No, they want you to provide the equivalent of that in whatever currency that you're applying from, or from whatever currency that you have. And I also want to note that you do not have to have, depends on the agents and the embassy. That's something that I'm going to say a lot. I hope you don't get sick of me, but that's just to cover my bases because different embassies can have different requirements and everything like that. And just like your application process can be different from a different person. So what they may require from me may be different what is required from you. So let me just preface that by saying that. And then they also wanted you to choose your purpose of visit. So like I said, there's different ways that you can obtain the DTV visa here in Thailand. So you could go through the workcation route. So that is the traditional route for people who are like me, actually, remote workers, freelancers, those who are working for an employer that is located outside of Thailand. And the requirements for what they want, the additional requirements that they will want, depends on like what your purpose of visit that you do choose. So like there's the workation, like I just said, there's a Thai soft power. So that is when you could if you wanted to sign up for Thai cooking classes out here or Muay Thai, you could actually coordinate with whatever company you are doing the training or doing those activities through to gather the information that you like need from them. Typically, what they'll want is a business like registration letter and the confirmation letter that you actually are going to participate in whatever activity you say you are going to do while in Thailand. Um, so yeah. And then you could also go get the DTV through like medical treatment. Like if you want to get your teeth done, you like if you want to get like veneers or something like that, you know, you can that could be a qualifying reason for you to get the DTV. So they want to know why are you here, basically. Um, so yeah, those are the general requirements. Now the requirements will differ depending on what you choose to go through, on what you decide to do. So for instance, me, even though I am a freelance, even though I am a remote worker, as you know, I work in cybersecurity. I don't want to beat a dead horse. Like I found it to actually be like much simpler to apply through the soft power option, and I also wanted a reason to like kind of just go outside. Yeah, and I was able to work it out with them to where I would pay $300 in total. That's how much like he paid. That's how much I paid. And what you do is for over the next 7 months, I would be taking one Thai cooking class a month, which actually helps because I'm in the midst of getting these certifications and everything, and I barely have time for anything, and I have work and all that kind of stuff. So I didn't want to commit to something that was too intensive for me. I didn't want to do something where I had to go a few times a week. All right, so March 21st, I applied and I submitted the application. Actually, when I was in the airport in Saigon, literally when I landed in Vietnam, I believe. So yeah, so March 21st, I submitted my application, uploaded my passport. I also provided a photograph, so I just took a picture against a white wall. Nothing serious, you know what I mean? Document indicating current location. So some people are kind of confused about this. They want you to provide the information regarding your accommodation in the country that you are applying from. So for me, that was Vietnam. So I just provided like my Airbnb receipt that you can get on the Airbnb app. And I provided 6 months worth of bank statements instead of just the 3 months that was required for applying from a Vietnamese Thai embassy. So just to cover my bases and everything like that. But I did that, and then I also attached because you can't upload multiple documents. It has to be like one single document. So I use PDF filler, but you can use whatever PDF generator that can take multiple documents and create like a single file. I forgot the size limit, but yeah, just compress that file size and everything. Um, but I also added my offer letter to demonstrate that I am working for a U.S. based employer, just to show that I am not working for a Thai employer. Like I said, for that to happen, I would have to get a work permit provided by that company in Thailand. But yeah, I did that. I used my savings account. I didn't use like a Wise account or anything like that. So did that. I also provided my flight that I wanted to take from from Hanoi, Vietnam, to Bangkok. And I think I had it for April 1st, but I chose the option of doing like a refundable or like a ticket where I can change the date just in case I had to stay for longer. So yeah, March 21st is when I applied. Okay. Then I was asked, and the processing time in Vietnam is 5 days. Okay. Just to keep that in mind. There are other places like I think like Jakarta, Indonesia, or other places where the processing time is like much quicker. And then March 24th, I was asked to submit additional documentation, and the request was very reasonable, very understandable. They wanted me to provide the business registration letter from the Thai cooking school, which I got in seconds. When I asked them on WhatsApp, they provided it back to me. So yeah, and they also asked me for my Vietnam visa stamp. So for those who are trying to get their visa, especially from a different country that they're not from, like for me when I applied from Vietnam, just make sure when you are generating that one-page document of all of everything, make sure to upload your stamp along with everything else, just so you can cover all your bases. You know what I mean? So yeah, and then immediately my status of my application changed from pending document check to pending approval. And it stayed in the pending approval status for a week. And on Sunday, March 31st, when I got my approval email. And so yeah, that's how it was. I was a little bit like it was a little nerve-wracking. I was like, "Oh my God, I hope I didn't make any mistakes." So that is what actually I don't have a lot of advice to give when it comes to DTV. Just make sure that you don't try to falsify anything. Um, have all your ducks in a row and proofread everything multiple times. Make sure your passport number is accurate and everything like that. And yeah, I got my DTV along with the email, got it in PDF format. And then now let's get into how it was going through immigration to get back into Thailand. So yeah, when when I was waiting, you have to wait in the country that you are applying from before you can go back to Thailand. Because otherwise, if you do go back to Thailand on the regular visa on arrival, and then you do get approved for the DTV, if I'm not mistaken, you had to leave Thailand again in order for it to be activated. So I stayed in Vietnam, and also you want to stay there because you may get asked to come in to the embassy for an interview, which thankfully I didn't have to do all that. And so yeah, when I had to go through immigration, basically I told them I was like, hey, here's my DTV visa, and that was it. Like she didn't ask me any questions, nothing like that. She provided the correct stamp because you get a 6 month stamp every time that you re-enter Thailand and everything. So when you enter Thailand, you get a 6 month stamp every time under this visa. If you want to stay past 180 days, you would have to go through the I think extension process and everything. But I haven't gone through that because I mean I just got it, and I don't really have plans on extending my stay every single time because I'm probably going to be sticking to my plan of being based in Bangkok but traveling to other countries in Southeast Asia and just Asia in general and stuff like that. So I probably won't have to get an extension. But yeah, I just want to be able to come back home to my place. Something that I should also add is you do not need to have permanent residence. You do not have to have a lease yet when you are applying for the DTV. It's a little bit different when it comes to the extension because they will ask for like your I think TM90 and stuff like that. Stuff I have not figured out yet, but I will. But yeah, so I hope this video was helpful. I definitely highly recommend this visa for anyone that wants to come out to Thailand to stay long term. Like I said, it's for 5 years. And let's say you have a spouse, family, your family and your spouse can also obtain the DTV once you've obtained it. So that's the cool thing also as well. So it's great for families that are looking to start a whole new life in Thailand, those who are digital nomads, freelancers, those who are working, and everything. So yeah, if you do like this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, just leave them down below. But I hope I addressed everything in this video. So yeah, you guys stay safe out there, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.